What's up, people? This is going to be a Switch stream tonight. Just going to be hanging out playing some games. Yeah, I should be live now. And I've been working on some new layouts. This is just a basic kind of layout here. And I've been making quite a few layouts here lately, so hopefully the stream will be looking better here pretty soon. But we're just going to be chilling, playing some Switch games, and just having a good time. This is actually my weekend, so I'm off today, tomorrow, and Saturday. So you can't beat 3-day weekends. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to play tonight. I've got a ton of games for this thing, so I'm not too picky. I've been playing mostly the Tate mode games, a lot of shooters, some of the pinball games here. Just recently got Demon's Tilt and Pinball FX 3, and a bunch of tables for that, so that's really cool. And I might actually play a little bit of Devil Engine tonight. I actually did make a layout in OBS for that game, so that looks pretty cool so far. I'm still learning a lot in OBS and some of these programs. I know eventually I'm going to build a desktop anyways for streaming, so should work a little bit better then. Actually, I think I will play some Devil Engine tonight. I may play a couple other games too. I haven't been practicing Devil Engine that much very lately because it's an extremely difficult game. I've been playing a few other ones, but I downloaded that one several months ago, and I played it to death for, I don't know, months. Played it to death, and finally beat the game, but I mean, that game's extremely difficult even on very easy, so it's a great game, but there's a lot to learn, and just very difficult, but very fun and very rewarding as well. You know, any challenging shooter like that I'll probably like, but I guess I'll switch my layout here over to the Devil Engine one, since I'm going to be playing some Devil Engine. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so let's get into some Devil Engine now. seems like the stream's doing pretty good, so hopefully everything works all right. The last couple times I streamed, I had some drop frames and stuff, so hoping that doesn't happen this time. But I know I'm definitely going to need a desktop computer with a good NVIDIA graphics card so I can use NVENC to have a better encoder to use with OBS. I'm sure Wings is here. What's up, man? Just joined and drinking a beer as well. Cheers. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, just going to be playing a little bit of Switch games here. And I'm going to try to beat this one. This is pretty hard. Well, without dying 10 million times. I'd like to eventually beat this on the harder modes, but it's extremely hard on very easy anyways. It's been a while since I played this one, so I don't know how well I'm going to do on this. In the later levels, I'm probably going to die a lot. You know, there was supposed to be DLC that came out for this game, but I think the developer got screwed on this one by the publisher, because from what I understand, he's had the DLC done for a long time and can't even release it. So it's definitely unfortunate, because I'd love to see what else he made for this game. Hopefully it'll come out eventually. Didn't mean to get that power up. I can tell I haven't played this one in a while because I can usually beat this level without dying at least. There's one continue already. Like when you first get this game, I think you only get like a couple of continues, and like the more you play it, the more stuff you unlock in the game. You unlock a bunch of continues. But doing a 1cc on this game would be ridiculously hard, even on very easy. I didn't mean to grab that. Oh man, that still hit me. Yeah, man, that soundtrack's killer, isn't it? Here pretty soon I'll be streaming some Sega Saturn stuff and some of those shooters, some Genesis shooters too that's got some killer soundtracks on them. I'm just waiting for my HD Retrovision cables to get here, so it'll actually look decent for the stream. There's a couple of times that I beat this level without dying, but it's extremely hard. I'm doing about as bad now as I did the first time I ever played it. Maybe I'm getting a little better. Bomb there. Yeah, I was playing this to death there for a while, and then I kind of forgot some of the strategies that I was using to beat these levels. Because I've been playing so much other stuff here lately. This is like one of those games, if you don't play it every now and again, you'll kind of forget the best ways to beat stuff. Alright, cool. Looks like the stream's doing okay. Doesn't look like I'm losing any frames or anything so far. But, this level in particular reminds me of Thunder Force. Like the one level in Thunder Force 4. And this game actually has the same composer as the Thunder Force series. So the developer was actually able to get him on board to do the soundtrack for it, so that's awesome. I wish they'd come out with more games like this. I mean, there's a ton of shooters on the Switch, and I've got a lot of them besides like the Arcade Archives type of games, the individual games they put out. But I did get a couple of those. It seems like I typically stick with the Psikyo collections, because I'm really into Gunbird, but hopefully this developer can finish up that DLC one day or put out another game. And if you go in the water, you can see the water. Pretty cool. Oh man. And One thing that's cool about this game too is there's a ton of filters you can turn on for the screen, but I typically just like to keep it on normal. But you can change the colors of the enemy bullets. You can change the way the colors look and everything. And they've got all kinds of different modes on it, like a mode that makes it look like a Game Boy game. And some of that stuff will just hurt your eyes even looking at it, but it's cool that it's in there. I think there's a few times I beat this level without dying, but I haven't been practicing here lately. Maybe one of these days, hopefully I can at least do a 1cc on very easy. I didn't even see what hit me there. Brandon Wallace is here. What's going on, Brandon? Yeah, I've known about this game for a long time, but for the longest time I didn't want to pay $20 for it on the Switch because that's how much it costs. And I was waiting on it to go on sale, and it just never did. And I said, finally one day I was just like, you know what? I've been wanting this game forever. I'm just gonna go ahead and download it. And I'm glad I did, man, because this is one of my favorite shooters on the Switch for like horizontal shooters. Oh man, I got hit by the debris on that one. Well, I only died once fighting, so that's not too bad. I died at the wrong spot there. Trying to avoid all this crap. What's up, Super Booth? Give me just a second, guys. But yeah, guys, thanks for coming out to the stream. I'm definitely going to be doing this quite a bit more. Plan on streaming a few times a week. I'm just trying to do it when everybody else isn't streaming, you know, so, because now I work like 4 days a week, like 10-hour shifts, so by the time I get off, usually I kind of have to do, you know, whatever I have to do, and then everybody else is streaming, so, but definitely Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays are probably going to be days I'm streaming. I streamed some during the week, this past week. I think actually this is my third stream this week. But eventually I'll start doing some edited videos as well. I just don't really know anything about like video editing right now. So I've got a couple of programs I've been playing around with, but for me it's just kind of easier to do live streams so I don't have to edit anything. Alright, now we're at the final boss. And this dude would be extremely hard to beat without dying, I'm telling you. So I use like how many continues? Like 11 or 12. I gotta practice this more, man. Because I know some of these levels used to I could get through them without dying, but I'd still use a few continues. Might do another run of this and see if I can do better this time. I'll show you all some of the filters too, because there's different filters that you can put on there. Like you can change the bullet colors and stuff like that, and the backgrounds. And there's some pretty cool stuff on there. I typically keep it on normal unless I change the bullet pattern colors. But it's still cool because the more you play the game, you unlock a ton of options. And you actually unlock another ship too in a harder difficulty. And I've played with the other ship a little bit, but it's extremely difficult. And it plays totally different from how this ship plays as well. So it's like it'll take you forever to get used to this one, and like just getting through the levels, you know, without dying. So it seems like when you start the other ship, you're just kind of starting over again from the beginning, because it's a harder mode too, and you're trying to learn a new ship that has totally different moves. But I had to let the credits play for this song because, hey man, this song's the shit. If y'all hadn't heard it before, I hope y'all like it. Super Blue says final boss kind of goes bullet hell mode, huh? Yeah, definitely, man. It's I'm gonna do another playthrough of it real quick, but there's a lot of parts of it that's kind of like a bullet hell game, but I think it kind of combines, you know, like the old school shooter style with some bullet hell elements too. But I could show this to you guys on like, you know, medium or hard, and you just be like, how the hell would you ever beat this game? You know, that's how I feel about it anyways. But I don't know if you guys were here before when I said this, but one of the composers that did the Thunder Force series actually did the soundtrack for this game. So one of these days, if I ever get like good enough recording equipment, I actually want to make like my own metal tracks and stuff like that to put up on the channel for like intros and stuff and outros maybe. And I've always wanted to make music for video games, you know, especially, you know, now that I'm older and am into these type of games, I'd love to be able to make the music for something like this. So hopefully I can one of these days. It's going to take a lot of money to get everything together, but as far as guitars and amps and all that stuff, I've already got all that. And basses. The only thing I don't have right now is probably a synth and a drum set, and I used to have all that stuff too years ago. So I'll show you all some of these filters too. See, this is where you change the bullet colors. So slow, I think slow strobe is like the the main one. Then there's Rainbow, Pink Sweeps, 100% Pulp, Primaries. I think that's all of them. And these are the different filters. So you can put scan lines on it, handheld port, zero range, HD collection, light vision. I think that's what that says. Mean Green Machine. It's like a Game Boy game or something. Red Zone. 8th Gen. Hot Blooded mode. What was that one? I can't remember. Hot Blooded mode. What does that do? I think it like makes more explosions or something like that. It makes like the explosions more crazy or something like that. Well, you can actually change it to 50 hertz. That's pretty crazy. So I'll change the bullets at least. So we'll do Rainbow. Oh, and Super, it does have a boss rush mode. I think we were talking about that. Or no, we were talking about bullet hell mode. Yeah, it's got a boss rush mode too. See, that's the second ship, and I'm not going to use that one because I really suck with that ship. I've got to practice with that guy. But eventually, you know, once I get good at that, I might do a stream with that. Let's try to do better this time. Not die so much. But now since I've played through it again, I'm starting to remember, you know, some of my strategies that I was using to beat these levels, so I might be able to do better this time. But you see how the bullets are different colors now? I can't remember which one I liked the most. I think maybe it was Primaries. I think that's the one I used to switch it to a lot. Also, I don't know if I talked about this, but how your score multiplier works in this game. You can see it up there in the left-hand corner that says X4 right now. So how that works is you can actually absorb bullets in this game, but if you absorb your bullets, then your score multiplier actually resets. But another cool thing about it is you can change your ship speed. So in these like high areas, I change it down to the lowest, and that's indicated by the small bar there that has the one little red block. But one other cool thing you can do, I primarily stick with the spread shot like this, but you can also change it so if it's like, if you get another power up that's like the laser or the homing missile things, you can use the, well, I'll show you right here, you can use the bullet absorb button and it will actually change the power up that you get. Let's see if I can beat this guy this time without dying, because I know used to I could at least beat this level. Alright, cool. Yeah, beat him without dying this time. But again, about the score multiplier, it's almost like it's a risk-reward system, because it's like if you just dodge the bullets instead of absorbing them, then your multiplier is going to stay, and if not, then you're going to have to build it back up. So it's pretty cool how that works. And that little icon right there, that's actually an extra life. I think there's one hidden in every stage, but I haven't found all of them. There may not actually, and that's a secret thing there that you have to shoot, and there's one of those hidden in every level too, but it gives you like a certain amount of points. But if you keep on shooting it, it'll go away. This thing usually doesn't give me this much trouble. Hopefully I can do a little bit better on this level last time, or this time, because I was dying like crazy last time. But the hardest part about this one is you have to watch that dragon thing or whatever in the background, because his shots come up into the foreground, and you can't absorb those ones too. Like, there's certain bullets you can't actually absorb. Well, I didn't use a continue until then, so that's better than last time. I just played chicken with him there. See if he was going to shoot me first before I killed him. Yeah, that's for sure. Alright, hell yeah, I beat that one without dying this time. Cool. For the boss anyways. beat that thing without dying this time. Okay. Starting to get back in the groove again. Man. I lost 3 lives fighting that guy. I think I only died once the last time fighting him. Or maybe I didn't die at all. I can't remember. Alright, I got past that part without dying. Now this part's kind of tricky though because it has those like security light things. And when you go past them, those things start shooting at you, and like depending on where you're at, sometimes it's kind of hard to figure out which way they're going to shoot. Okay. Well, that wasn't too bad. I think I only died, what, once? Going, well, now the boss's fat ass is gonna fall on me and kill me. Damn. And actually, that's the easiest boss in the game. That's definitely the easiest one. Seems like he dies faster than any of them. But now the first few times I played this part here got me because like those enemies are like they blend in so well with the background. They're kind of hard to see them, but I guess when you kind of memorize where they are, that you remember. But I love the art on this stage right here too, just like that space, like debris filled kind of background. I think it's the colors they use mostly, like that purple and the yellow. It just looks cool. I couldn't even see where my ship was. Did a little bit better that time. I think I only used like 7 continues instead of 12 or 13 last time, so that's not too bad. Guys, I'm going to take a quick break for a second while these credits roll. I'll be right back, and we'll probably play another game. Come on, Benji. Come on. mute my mic real quick. Sorry about that. Alright, I'm back, guys. So, what do y'all think about Devil Engine? This is also on Steam as well. I think it's only on Nintendo Switch and Steam. But I think I'm going to play a different game, since I've played through this one twice. And I just got Demon's Tale a few days ago. And this is a killer pinball game. I don't know if y'all have played this, but it's a killer game. And then I completely forgot about Pinball FX3, because I used to play a lot of the Zen pinball games. The first one I ever played, I had it on the 3DS. It was like 4 different tables you could get. And I knew about it, but I completely forgot about it. And I was looking for more games that I could play and stream in Tate mode, and that came up on the list, and I was like, yeah, man, I need to get that again. And so the other night I downloaded a ton of tables for it. I don't have all of them, but they had a sale, and I probably got like at least half of the tables. So I got all those, and ton of shooter games. But I actually have this gaming monitor here set up to where I can actually turn it and, you know, actually play it in Tate mode. That's mainly the reason I actually bought this gaming monitor. But it's like, when you start doing that, it's so hard to go back to playing vertical shooters in like 16 by or in 4x3, you know, just on, you know, a regular screen. And Demon's Tale also runs in Tate mode as well. I think we might play that next if you guys want to see it. Awesome. So Brandon, the Super Boot, know about Demon's Tale? Yeah, I like it a lot, man. I'm not too great at it. You know, what's funny about these pinball games is like I feel like the first time I pick up the controller and play that specific game, that's like the highest score I ever get. And I have no idea why. Like I don't know what I'm doing wrong because you know the more you play it, the more you get used to the table and the more you figure out like what kind of rules the table has and how to do certain stuff. And I don't know if I'm still trying to beat my highest score from the first time that I downloaded this game and played it for the first time. So it's pretty funny. But I think we'll play this. Let me make a couple of adjustments here. I'm just going to rotate my screen and change my layout here. And I've got a pretty cool layout here that I made for this game in particular. Let's find it here. Okay, so that's my Psikyo. I think I'm going to have to fix the chat box real quick. Hold on just a second. Alright, cool. There we go. So it's showing up there. And I got to rotate this a little bit because this is a weird camera angle, the way I have to do this layout. So I think that should be pretty good. And let's get into some Demon's Tilt. You know, I remember playing some of these type of games too when I was a kid. And for years I couldn't remember what the one game was because one of my cousins had it. And it was actually Crew Ball. And I haven't played it in years, but that's a pretty awesome game. Or from what I remember when I was a kid. But this game's got some killer graphics too. Just the art style in this game is really awesome. Like even though it's just one table, I mean, I was playing this a lot last night. Not doing too good starting out, but I'll probably do better here in a few minutes. Super says there's a couple of bonus tables. Oh, that's cool, man. I guess I haven't done good enough to make it to that part yet. Hopefully pretty soon, though, man. I really like this game. It's a lot of fun. I played it for a few hours last night. I mean, for a game that has been made in the vein of Alien Crush and Devil's Crush, you know, you can't really beat it. I mean, you can definitely tell it's inspired by those games. I'm just going to check my screen here to make sure everything's still lined up. Okay, cool. Yeah, looks like everything's fine. Brandon Wallace says, just noticed you're down, sir. I hadn't listened to him in a while. Yeah, man. I actually got this in 2009. It was 2 days after my birthday. Me and one of my best friends at the time had actually went to see him in concert. And so I saw them back in 2009. And it was a great show, man. Got to see them. Got to see the Melvins back when they had 2 drummers. And, dude, that was fucking amazing. I mean, like, since then, like, I haven't seen Down since that year. But I've seen the Melvins quite a few times, and I've got a ton of Melvin stuff, like shirts and records. I've got some autograph records from the last time that I saw them. I bought a ton of stuff there, and at the Down show, let's see, it was 3 bands. So it was Harp, which is H-A-A-R-P. They're a killer band. Evil Army was there. They're a killer band too, and they were actually signed to Phil Anselmo's record label, Housecore Records. And but yeah, that was a killer show, man. Yeah, that's been a long time ago. I wish Down would be able to finish their newer stuff, because you know, the last records they came out with was Down 4, and it was supposed to be 4 EPs that released, and they only actually released 2 of those EPs. So now the band's kind of split up, I guess. I don't really know what's going on with them, but Kirk Windstein decided to focus on Crowbar, which I've seen them before too. They're one of my favorite bands. So he's focusing on Crowbar now. Pat from Crowbar actually quit them to go to Down, so he was on the last Down record as the bass player instead of Rex Brown. And Pepper Keenan wasn't on the last one either. It was, what's that guy's name? He's an awesome guitar player. He has another band too that I've saw. It's called Honky, his other band. Boo, it probably actually is my stream, because every now and then I'm getting some error messages popping up, like saying my encoder's like not running good. So I'm just running this on a laptop, so it probably is mine. But I plan on building a desktop here pretty soon. Hopefully can build a decent budget PC for about $700 or something, and it should work better, hopefully. But yeah, it's probably my stream that's doing bad, because it's not saying I've dropped any frames, but it's probably buffering a little bit here and there. So hopefully I can get a better rig here pretty soon, because I've been looking at mics today and webcams and stuff. Unfortunately, it's just with all this COVID stuff going on, the webcam prices are insane. But I definitely want to get another webcam, a good one, and a good mic and stuff. So actually, when I end the stream, I'm probably going to go ahead and order some of that stuff, because I definitely want it to be better quality. Like where I live, there's one room that I used to use as a game room, but I ended up having to move all my stuff into my bedroom. But now that room's empty, so I might actually start using that room for streaming and just put all my stuff in there. Plus, that'd save me a lot of time setting up because I actually like to sit outside so I can smoke and drink and stuff. And I don't like smoking in the house, so and I'm usually outside anyways all the time. So I think it's pretty cool just sitting out here, being able to stream. But I think I need to start using that room too, just so I can hook up an Ethernet cable to my computer, so it'd be a little bit more stable as well. So I've definitely got a lot of things planned in the works, and the streams will definitely be better in the future. But either way, man, I definitely appreciate y'all, watching and supporting, and just coming out to chill and have a good time, I gotta get my multiplier up. Okay, well that was a bad first game. I think I'll do better this time. How's the game volume on this one, guys? Is it kind of low? I'm just kind of looking at my equalizer here. If it needs to come up some, just let me know. Oh man, I tried to tilt it before it went right down the middle, but I didn't make it. Okay, yeah, I'll turn this up some then. How's that? A little bit better? Yeah, already. Oh man, I tried to tilt it up out of the hole, but it didn't make it. But that's what I'm saying though, like it's so funny that, you know, the first time I played this game, I think I cleared like 35 million. And last night I was lucky to even get it in the 20 millions, and tonight you see I'm not doing too good at all. So it's just weird with pinball games, because I'm the same way with Aliens Pro. It seems like the first time I play it is like my best run. And this doesn't happen like with other type of games, but it seems like for some reason, like pinball kind of games, that's what happens. Look at this. It's stuck. I don't know what happened there. Okay, cool. I got one ball locked. Oh, okay. Yeah, Subaru says there's a couple of different tracks you can play. I was wondering about that too last night. I just hadn't found it yet in the options, but that's pretty cool though. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, you can tilt the table, but I guess you could consider it a tilt, but anytime you see the ball and there's like these purple, pink looking like streak coming out of it, that means you're like tilting the table. And then so in the bottom right hand corner, the little skull thing on the chain, I guess if that number gets up to 100%, it will lock it out to where you can't move it. But you'd have to like sit there and hold the button forever to get that to happen. Alright, there we go. Give me some multiplier now. Well, I'm doing a little bit better. Yeah, I think it is the select button. Boo. Let's see. It shows up sideways since I've got it in Tate mode. Oh, that's where it is right there. Okay. That one's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool too. I think I might keep on this one for a minute. I don't know, maybe I have to start a new game or something for it to play it. Got a decent run going this time. Is it slowing down on me? Insured wings? Yeah, I think it's probably it probably is slowing down a little bit, or buffering or something. It doesn't say I've dropped any frames just yet, but also it may not generally just be the internet. It might just be my computer. But I think I could run an Ethernet cable out here. I've been trying to figure out a way to do that. I was thinking about that actually before I started the stream, and that might help some. But you can also change the bit rate in the OBS settings, so maybe that has to do with it too. Oh, I got you. I understand now. Yeah, man, I'll definitely you should have a pretty awesome setup here pretty soon. I'm just trying to get all that stuff, and then all my cables and stuff for retro consoles, like component cables and stuff, because I just got a Retro King 2X Pro not long ago, and ordered some HD Retrovision cables for the Saturn and the Genesis and the PS2, and hopefully I'll have those pretty soon to be able to stream some other type of stuff. Oh, I got a multi-ball, okay. I guess I lost that pretty quick. Oh, okay, Super Boost says you probably have to be playing in EX mode. I think I'm actually going to try that right now, because, well, I got a ball left. Yeah, I'll try it after this one, because I was thinking about trying it last night. This is the only mode I've actually played so far. should get a big multiplier now. Oh shit, I actually beat my high score this time. Cool. I think my highest before then was like 35 million. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll try out that EX mode now. Yeah, I'll probably, later on, I'll probably read up on the rules and stuff to kind of get more familiarized. I'm sure you guys probably remember the pinball game on like the older Windows systems that came with it. It was on like Windows XP and stuff. I used to play that all the time. I actually had, when I was younger, I had some DOS games, pinball games. I don't know whatever I ever did with them, but I had a few of those where you actually had to like program everything into it to get to play it. And those are pretty cool. Brandon Wallace says Space Cadet. Is that what it was called? I can't remember now. Yeah, that was a pretty good, you know, pinball game for its time. Some of those DOS pinball games were actually really good too. Yeah, there's like different stuff in this version, in the EX version. Those things there. Man, I went right down the hole. As soon as I got my multiplier. Subaru says, I remember one with a graveyard monster theme that was on Windows, but I don't remember what it was called. Yeah, I haven't looked into them a whole lot. Like, I just kind of played the few that I played, but I'm kind of interested in going back and looking at, you know, what some of those old pinball games were, you know. I'm sure there's probably a compilation list somewhere on the internet you can find that has all that stuff on there. I'm going to try to get at least one more good run out of this one. And then we might switch to a different game, probably. Might do some Gunbird or something. Brandon Wallace says, I'm looking at some games that are on sale for the Switch. This game called Sundered Eldritch Edition looks pretty badass. Has anyone ever played it? I'm sure I've probably seen it somewhere on the eShop. I can't recall exactly what game it is, but I'm on there pretty frequently myself, looking at sales and stuff. Because I've got a decent collection of physical games. But actually, you know, for the past few months, I've been downloading a lot of stuff too. But you know, especially anything that's just like really hard to get, that's like limited run or anything like that, I typically just get the digital version anymore. But I think I've probably got it over 100 Switch games on this system. Like, I've probably got maybe like 30 physical games, and God only knows how many digital games. But there's a ton of good indie games and stuff like that on the Switch. I mean, I look for the sales a lot, and there's actually quite a few games that I probably would have never even picked up unless they were on sale. And I ended up getting it for, you know, a couple dollars or something, and it ended up being an awesome game. One game I need to play too here pretty soon that I bought and I haven't played it a whole lot it's called Huntdown. I don't know if y'all played that one yet, but it's an indie game, and it's kind of like a run and gun type of game, arcade style game, and that one's pretty awesome. And the company that made that game is actually going to put out an arcade cabinet of it, so you can actually pre-order the arcade cabinet. There's no telling how much that thing will cost though, but it's a pretty awesome game. The cabinet they're building looks awesome too. But the Huntdown, it came out probably, I don't know, maybe like 3 months ago or something. It hasn't been out that long. Yeah, that's cool, Brandon. You've got me kind of wanting to check it out now. I'll have to check that out too later. You know, I like to look at the Japanese eShop too, because sometimes the Japanese eShop will have sales on games that are not on sale in the U.S. But then sometimes you'll notice like the next week those same games will be on sale here, you know, versus in Japan. Excuse me. But there's still some Japanese imports I want for the Switch. I've got a few of them, but I definitely want to get the Raturgy game, the shooter game that's on the Switch, and I've really been wanting to get the Super Robot Wars and the SD Gundam games, but I really want the physical versions of those. They're just getting so expensive, especially if you want like the premium sound edition versions that has all the licensed music from the Gundam series in it. Those are getting like ridiculously expensive. Even the digital version is expensive. I mean, dude, you probably pay, I think they're like $120 even on the eShop, and that's a lot for a game to me. Like $120, like I could buy all kinds of other games, you know, for $120. I mean, especially if you include like indie games and stuff like that. Or, you know, for $120 I could get, you know, an awesome Saturn game or a PC Engine game or something. So I was just like, well, I might get it one day, but by the time I get it, it'll probably be way too overpriced still. But those SD Gundam and Super Robot Wars games look awesome too, especially, what was it, the Super Robot Wars X, I believe it was, or no, it was T. Super Robot Wars T has like the Cowboy Bebop ship in it. But I actually think I'm going to switch games here. I think I'm going to put the Saikyo collection in and maybe play some Gunbird. And see if I can do a 1cc tonight on it. I've been trying well, no, I did do a 1cc on it twice. I keep forgetting about that for some reason. But I want to get it on camera, you know. I want to be able to actually get a 1cc of it on stream. My last stream that I did of it, if you look at the video I did a couple weeks ago, I only used 2 credits on that one and beat it. Yeah, Brandon Wallace, you're right, man. It's like there's so many awesome games coming out, but a lot of the ones, especially retro-inspired games, they're put out by Limited Run or one of those kind of companies to where there's, you know, you're gonna have to pre-order it. And I mean, those games are still pretty expensive anyways. I mean, even if you want a physical copy, you know, the price they want is always going to be kind of expensive, because if you look at the digital version, it's always way cheaper. So I just kind of went the digital route this time, but the only limited one that I actually had was the Messenger, which I already had the digital version, and last year I had to sell off some stuff, and that's one of the things I sold. But I kind of wish I would have kept it, but at the time I was like, well, you know, I know I can make a little bit of money off of this, so I just ended up selling it. But I still got the digital version. That's another awesome Switch game if you never played that one, the Messenger. I actually need to get back into that one because they came out with the DLC pack for that has other stuff. It was like free DLC. Or well, no, I do have one other game that's limited run, and that's Golf Story, the Best Buy version. And Golf Story is a good game too if you like RPGs. And there's a lot of humor and stuff in that one, so it's a pretty cool game. You know, some games actually utilize the HD Rumble feature pretty well for Switch games, and Golf Story is definitely one of them. If you play it in handheld mode, Golf Story. That's actually a really good game that uses HD Rumble. But I'm gonna switch games real quick. Let's just take a second. Now the Psycho collections, I have the physical versions. And we'll switch the layout here too. I guess I'm gonna have to fix the chat on this one too. Just a second. Alright, there we go. Oh, actually, I'm going to switch controllers too, because I'm using a Pro controller right now. I got my Splatoon 2 controller here, but I'm actually going to change it and use this controller, the 8-bit or not 8-bit Retrobit Saturn controller, because I love this controller for any type of like vertical shooters. I gotta redo the controllers now. Oh, okay. It's already streaming right now. I didn't know they were doing a stream tonight. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably play like a round or two of this, and then I'm actually gonna watch Star stream too.
かったようだね。伝説の魔境は私たちトランプがいただくよ。
いただくで。いただきます。
これが願いの鏡やね。なんかうさんくさいある。満足ある。やっ満足ある。満足ある。
But man, I love this game. I play this game to death all the time. Eventually, I want to get good enough at this to where I could like 1CC it every single time I play it. But you know, in my opinion, Gunbird 2 is way harder than this one. Because I still haven't beat Gunbird 2 yet. But I also play on limited continues as well. Like, the default on the Psycho collection is always 2 credits. And at first I didn't even know you could change that, so I've always been playing this in 2 credits. And I played it until I beat it in 2 credits, you know, and then, you know, I started wanting to go for like a 1CC. So I got greedy there for that power up. Ended up dying, but eventually I'd like to beat Gunbird 2 on 2 credits as well, like all these Psycho shooters. I think the vertical ones are always my favorite ones that Psycho makes. You know, like Strikers, all the Strikers games, Gunbird 1 and 2, and then, you know, what's weird about Samurai Ace is the first one is vertical, and the next 2 are horizontal shooters. I don't know why they wanted to change the formula. They're all good, but I just prefer the first one just because it's vertical. And really, this collection is a great value for money, because if you think about like how much money you'd have to spend to get all those. Hold on just a second, my headphone's going dead. I gotta change it out real quick. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, it looks like both of my headphones here are going dead, so I tried to charge them before I started the stream, but I guess they're going dead, so Anyways, I'm gonna finish this up real quick. Playing this Gunbird, so you won't hear my voice here, but I'm gonna finish this up and I'll be right back.
へんてこに3人組あるね。弱すぎて欲求不満あるよ。満足ある。やっ満足ある。やっ満足ある。やっ満足ある。やっやっ満足ある。
すっごいわね。まだついてくるわ。目障りだから蹴散らしておしまい。
はいはいさ。
シェイシェイパワーアッやっやっパワーアッやっパワーアッやっ満足ある。やっ満足ある。やっ満足ある。
すっごいわね。まだついてくるわ。目障りだから蹴散らしておしまい。
はいはいさ。
パワーアッやっやっやっやっやっ
魔境を揃えた。我が名はアトラ。鏡の魔人なり。我が神殿に来るがよい。さすればお主の願い必ず叶えようぞ。
お腹が空いたるよ。どこまで行けばいいやるか。満足ある。満足ある。満足満足満足ある。満足ある。満足ある満足ある。
魔境の力で遺跡の封印が解けたようだね。ここから先へは行かせないよ。やっやっやっ
パワーパワー。
やっやっやっやっやっ
パワー青。満足ある。最強の魔人はこの奥にいるあるね。満足ある。
やっやっやっやっやっやっやっやっやっやっ
満足満足ある。満足ある満足ある。
やっやっやっ
パワー青。ここが魔人の大神殿ある。なんだかドキドキするある。満足ある。満足ある。満足ある。満足ある。
道案内ご苦労さん。そろそろ決着をつけさせてもらうよ。いざ勝負だ。
やっ
Alright guys, well, I didn't beat it this time. I thought I would, but maybe I can beat it on the next stream. But since Soromaru is streaming on his channel, I'll go ahead and end my stream here, and then I'll probably be streaming tomorrow night too. So definitely, you know, come back and watch the stream. And everybody that came in and watched, I definitely appreciate y'all and appreciate the support, and hope y'all had a good time. Definitely going to be streaming a lot more in the future. And actually, before I end the stream, I'm going to get Soromaru's link here and post that in here for anyone that doesn't know about his channel. Let's see. Hold on just a second. I'll grab the link here. Alright, I think that should be the right link there, guys. So anyone that doesn't know about Soromaru's channel, please check him out. It's a killer channel. We've got awesome communities there of people that are into retro games. And so I'm going to start watching it myself. But everybody that came in, thank you guys for coming out. I definitely appreciate it. And just keep an eye out on my channel in the future. In the Discord chat and Soromaru's channel, I'll definitely, you know, always post a link in there when I'm streaming. So thank you all for coming out, and I hope you all have a good night. I'll see you next time.